And let's get right into the conspiracy theory of did the NFL ruin that ruin that spread for the Rams 49ers game? Was that rigged? Did you see the ref at the end of the game?
He hurried up, like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was fucking
And then
crazy.
you're gonna clock it with 3 seconds left in a 10-point game?
And then on second down, just kick the field goal for no reason when usually people just take a Hail Mary shot.
Yeah. What was I'm seeing a
That
lot of
was weird.
people I'm seeing a lot of people being like, well, it's for tiebreakers later on. When are
Mm-mm.
you thinking about tiebreakers in week 2?
I don't know, dude. Maybe it was for tiebreaker. Maybe that was what popped into his head at that time. But I'm sure everybody knows what the spread is. You know what I mean? It's 7.5. Like, hey, let's cover this thing.
You'll
Or
think
like,
McVay was like, "Fuck these Niners fans getting a cover."
you know what I think too? I think it just like as a football coach, it's different to lose by double digits than to lose by 7. So I think that's what it was more than the spread. I think it's like, hey, you know what? Let's get some points. We only lost by a touchdown. We
Weird,
can work with that.
weird ending. I don't
Yeah.
know. Conspiracy theorists. I'm starting to see your viewpoint a little bit. But what did you think about the game overall?
Man, honest, I was very surprised by the Rams. I think like if they had Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp on the same field, that's pretty dangerous. And then if they trade for Jonathan Taylor, like, hey, that's a pretty scary little offense there. We see they had to bench Cam Akers, and Cam Akers tweeted, like, because he wasn't there, he tweeted, I'm just surprised as y'all. It's like, bro, what? What
Like,
are you doing?
can we get this guy out of there? Like, what are we doing, McVay? Like, you're just playing with Cam Akers' emotions right now.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that. Like, just get him the fuck out of there at this point. Like, it's pretty ridiculous. Uh, but it was one of the quote unquote uglier wins for Brock Purdy, but the team still put up 30 points. And against a division rival, they got the job done. You get the dub, you get out of there. He missed like 3 throws deep. And honestly, I'm not really mad at it. Like, it is what it is. One throw was to Brandon Ayuk. I don't think Ayuk really he was coming off injury. His neck was hurt. So when he did that uh, cut to the outside, I just don't think he was running full speed and Brock overthrew that. So like that's understandable. The other two were just overthrows. I thought it was a solid game, not a bad game, not a great game, but I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, when your quarterback doesn't have the best game and you're putting up 30 points, I know the Rams aren't the most talented team right now in terms of their complete roster. Um, but yeah, you got to feel great about your team if your quarterback has one of his worst games, one of his most down games, and you're putting up 30 points.
Yeah.
Like if this was Jimmy G, we'd probably be talking 12, 14 points.
I mean, we sat through a lot of those games over the years. Like that's kind of what it looked like.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm feeling really good about Brock. He'll pull it together. He'll hit some of those eventually. The defense looking solid. I think just all around solid performance. There was nothing that like was too egregious. Nothing stood out crazy. Um, yeah, like Ayuk, scary situation for a second when he went down, but came back in. McCaffrey looks
Dog. Dog.
dog, but like Kyle, no other running back is gonna play ever. Like McCaffrey, is he gonna be good to go week 17?
I mean, at this point, Kyle doesn't care. He's like, let's get these dubs. But like, yeah, it's interesting to see like there is no change of pace back. Like it is, hey, I'm the workhorse. I got this from McCaffrey. Does that I'm waiting. I thought maybe we would see a switch up this week. Maybe it comes because the Giants are going to be without Saquon Barkley. I feel like they just don't have the offensive firepower or the defense to keep up with this team. I feel like maybe, but even then, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna have McCaffrey run for 300 yards. Like, dude, chill.
Dude, like even like these 2 games where we're clearly gonna win, and he's still pounding the ball with McCaffrey. It just gives me a little worried long term for this guy. But Other
Can
than
we
that,
get fucking Kittle involved in the red zone? Like, what are we doing?
yeah,
That's my
Kittle
one thing is, like, can we activate Kittle a little bit more? We have, like, the best tight end in the league. Let's let him showcase that. But I get it. The right side of the line, I don't know if you've seen this tweet floating around for PFF. Spencer Burford was the worst offensive guard, apparently. He had like a 0 on pass protection. I don't think he looked that bad, but that's crazy. So I get that Kittle has to stay and be like another offensive lineman, but
is another tackle out there.
can we fucking just get one of the other tight ends to do that? And so Kittle can actually go do his job?
I think Kyle in his mind has just decided Ayuk, Debo, and McCaffrey are my weapons. Kittle, Juice, and Jawan Jennings, you're blocking this year, and don't even look for a ball. Like just block. But I mean, Jawan Jennings he's been killing it as a blocker. And then whenever it's come his time to get that clutch catch, he's there to get it.
He's there, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we won a lot of bets last year on Jawan Jennings just being that clutch guy, getting that hitting that over on his yards. So I'm thinking later in the season we're definitely going to be looking at that. But it's surprising though we're not going deep in the depth chart to kind of relieve some of these guys when we do have kind of a little bit of an injury prone roster.
Yeah. But I mean, it was a close game. It was a close game, the majority of this game. So I understand it.